Be me, 24-year-old programmer, working at tech startup. Finally got my shit together after years of being awkward, decent job, own apartment, hit the gym regularly, decide to try dating apps again, match with this girl Luna, 22 years old, art student, looks like Ray Ayanami from Evangelion Pale, quiet, mysterious vibes. We start texting and she's actually cool, shares weird memes, likes anime, plays games, set up, coffee date for Saturday, show up at this hipster cafe downtown. She's already there reading some philosophy book. Hey, you must be Anon. Sit down and order my usual black coffee before I even finish ordering, she says. Make that a caramel macchiato instead. You'll like it better today. Weird, but whatever. Maybe she's just confident. Barista looks confused, but I go with it. Turns out the macchiato is actually really good. How did you know I'd like this? I always get black coffee. You just seem like someone who needed something sweeter today. Strange answer, but she's cute, so I let it slide. We start talking about movies. I love horror films, especially psychological thrillers. Oh, you should check out Perfect Blue then. It's about a girl who loses her grip on reality. Yeah, it's incredible. I literally just thought about mentioning that movie. Did I say that out loud? Say what? Perfect Blue? I was just thinking about recommending it. Great minds think alike, I guess. Conversation flows really well after that. She keeps finishing my sentences though, not in an annoying way, more like she just gets me. We talk for 3 hours straight. Coffee date turns into walking around downtown. She suggests this used bookstore. I was literally just thinking about, I love that place. I was just thinking about browsing their manga section. They have a great collection. My face when she did it again. But honestly, it feels nice to be understood. We end up at Arcade Bar playing Street Fighter. I'm decent at games, but she's destroying me. You're about to try that Dragon Punch combo. Literally was about to input that exact move. Lucky guess. Something like that. Walk her back to her car after I had a really great time. We should do this again. Tomorrow, there's this art exhibit I wanted to check out. Exactly what I was hoping she'd say. How did you... You mentioned liking surreal art earlier. Did I though? Can't remember second date at the art museum. She's wearing this flowy black dress. Looks ethereal. We're looking at this Salvador Dali painting the melting clocks represent. The subjective nature of time when you're anxious about something. She says at the exact same time I think it jinx. But I never said anything out loud. She just smiles mysteriously. We grab lunch after the museum, sitting at this sushi place. I'm thinking about ordering the salmon roll. Waitress comes over. We'll have the salmon roll and the California roll. I was just about to order salmon. I could tell you were craving something simple today. The California roll is exactly what she would want though. How did she know what I wanted and what she wanted third date? She comes over to my apartment. I spent all day cleaning and was worried about my choice of movie, picked out The Matrix. But second guessing myself, she walks in and immediately goes to my DVD collection, pulls out Perfect Blue. Let's watch this one. You've been thinking about it. That movie has been on my mind since our first date, but I never mentioned wanting to watch it again. We're cuddling on the couch during the movie. I'm thinking about how nice she smells like jasmine and vanilla. I switched perfumes today. Thought you'd like this scent better. What the hell? How did you know I was thinking about your perfume? I didn't, just wanted to try something new. But her timing is too perfect. Movie gets to the creepy stalker scenes. I'm thinking this might be too intense for a date. Don't worry, I love psychological horror. I never said I was worried. She snuggled closer now. I'm thinking about kissing her. She turns her head up at the exact right moment. Our lips meet, and it's perfect. Like she knew exactly when I was going to make a move after the movie. We're just talking. Want to hear something weird? You've been noticing that I seem to know what you're thinking. My blood runs cold. That's exactly what I was about to say. How did you just... It's complicated, but yes, I can hear your thoughts sometimes. Wait, what? You can read my mind. Not read exactly, more like receive broadcasts. Some people think really loudly. This is either the coolest or most terrifying thing ever, so you've been hearing everything I think? Not everything, just the thoughts with strong emotions attached. Like when you were nervous about the coffee order, or when you were hoping I'd suggest another date, or just now when you were wondering if I heard you thinking about my boobs. I wasn't thinking about her boobs, okay? I was definitely thinking about her boobs. This is so weird. Good weird or bad weird? Honestly, kind of amazing. Most guys run when they find out. Why would I run? This is like dating a real-life superhero. She laughs and kisses me again. You're taking this surprisingly well. I've always been into weird girls. Start dating officially after that. Having a telepathic girlfriend is wild. She knows when I'm hungry before I do orders food, when I'm stuck in traffic, before I even text. Your usual Chinese place, they said 30 minutes. How did you know I was craving lo mein? You always crave comfort food when you have a stressful day at work. Plus, I could feel your hunger from across town. She's right though. Work was hell today. Brings me chicken soup when I start feeling sick. Shows up with medicine before I even know I'm getting sick. You were fighting off a cold, I could sense it. Your immune system was basically screaming for help. Takes some getting used to. Can't surprise her with anything. Try to plan romantic dinner. She shows up in the perfect dress for the restaurant I picked. Let me guess, you knew where we were going. Italian place on 5th Street. You've been excited about it all week. You're impossible to surprise. I like that you keep trying though. Bring her around my friends for the first time. We're at Dave's place playing video games. Marcus is there, Tyler, Jake. The usual crew, they're all curious about the mysterious girlfriend. So Luna, how did you and Anon meet? Dating app, but he was thinking about deleting it when we matched. Marcus raises an eyebrow. You talked about deleting the app? Not exactly. Jake jumps in. Bro, you were totally about to give up on dating. You complained about it for weeks. Luna smiles. I could tell he was frustrated but still hopeful. There was this really specific loneliness in his thoughts. Tyler looks confused. His thoughts? Oh shit, haven't told the guys about the mind-reading thing. She's really good at reading people. Reading is one way to put it. Marcus starts asking her about work and hobbies. I study art therapy, help people express emotions through creativity. That's cool. What got you into that? Growing up with unusual abilities made me want to understand human psychology. Dave perks up. Unusual abilities? Luna looks at me. I nod. Might as well tell them. She's basically psychic. Whole room goes quiet. Tyler starts laughing. Dude, come on, be serious. No, really, she can hear thoughts. Prove it. Luna looks at Tyler. You're thinking about the embarrassing thing that happened at work yesterday. With your boss and the coffee machine and the important client. Tyler's face goes white. How the hell did you know about that? I never told anyone about that. Marcus is skeptical. Lucky guess, try me. Luna studies him for a second. You're worried about the text you sent Sarah last night. Wondering if coming on too strong will ruin your chances. Also, you're hungry, and specifically craving pizza. Marcus drops his controller. Okay, what the hell? Jake demands a turn. All right, mind reader. What am I thinking about? Luna concentrates. You're trying really hard to think about something random. But underneath you're stressed about your credit card bill. And you're wondering if Anon's girlfriend being psychic means she knows about the weird porn you watch. Jake turns bright red. I wasn't thinking about porn. You are now, though. Dave is amazed. This is the coolest shit I've ever seen. Can you read anyone's mind? It's stronger with people I'm emotionally connected to. But I pick up fragments from everyone. Right now, Tyler is wondering if I know he likes me. And Marcus is planning to ask me to read his ex-girlfriend's thoughts. Which I can't do, by the way. She has to be present. The guys spend the rest of the night testing her abilities. She gets about 80% of their thoughts. Right misses some of the really random stuff. I can't read thoughts about purple elephants or random numbers. It's more about genuine emotions and desires. Driving home that night, your friends are fun, they took it better than most. Most people get freaked out. They're good guys. They think you're awesome. I know, I could hear them thinking it. A few weeks later, we're at my family dinner Sunday meal with parents and my sister Amy. Mom's been dying to meet the girlfriend. So Luna, what do your parents do? My mom's a therapist, Dad's a philosophy professor. That explains the insightful personality. Amy jumps in with typical big sister energy. How did you know Anon was the one? Is he as messy at your place as he was growing up? His apartment is actually really clean. He stressed about it for days before I first came over. Amy laughs. That sounds like him. Dad asks about her major. Art therapy is fascinating, combining creativity with psychology. The human mind processes emotions through visual expression. Speaking of which, you're worried about your blood pressure results. Dad almost chokes on his water. How did you? Your stress levels have been elevated all evening. Have you been to the doctor recently? Mom gives Dad a look. He got some tests done last week. Results come back Tuesday. Everything will be fine though, just need to cut back on salt. Dad stares at her. How could you possibly know that? I explain about the psychic abilities Mom is fascinated from a psychology perspective. That's extraordinary. Have you been studied? I avoid medical attention for obvious reasons. Last time I went to a hospital, the ER doctor was thinking about his divorce. Made treating my broken arm very awkward. Amy is skeptical at first. Okay, psychic girl, what am I thinking about? Luna looks uncomfortable. Your thoughts are very private right now. I'd rather not say. Amy turns red. Oh God, sorry. I was thinking about personal stuff. It happens. I've learned to tune out the inappropriate thoughts. Dinner conversation gets more comfortable after that. Mom asks practical questions. Does it give you headaches? Crowded places can be overwhelming. Malls during Christmas are basically torture. Everyone's stress and anxiety at maximum volume. Dad is curious about the philosophical implications. Do you believe in free will if you can predict people's thoughts? I don't predict, I just hear what's already there. People still choose their actions. Though knowing someone's about to lie makes conversations interesting. On the drive home, your family is sweet, your mom's thoughts are very nurturing. What was she thinking about? How happy she is that you found someone who understands you. Also, she's planning to send you leftovers this week. Sure enough, Mom texts me Monday about bringing Tupperware. Couple months into the relationship, I make a Reddit post about dating a psychic title. My girlfriend can read my thoughts AMA. Responses are exactly what you'd expect. Fake and gay r/that happened and proof or didn't happen. Does she know when you're about to finish? Can she hear you thinking about other girls? Some serious questions mixed in. How do you maintain privacy in the relationship? Doesn't that get overwhelming for both of you? What's the weirdest thought she's picked up? Decide to answer some of them. Privacy is something we had to work out. She's learned to tune me out when I need space. And yes, she definitely knows when I'm checking out other girls. But she also knows I'm committed to her. Thoughts and actions are different things. More questions pour in. What's it like having zero secrets? Honestly liberating. No more wondering if she's upset about something. She just tells me what's bothering her, or I know because she's thinking about it really loudly. Someone asks about the sex life. Does she know what you want before you ask? Let's just say communication isn't an issue. Though sometimes I miss the element of surprise. Post gets popular on r/relationships. Bunch of people calling bullshit. Others sharing their own weird dating stories. One comment stands out. My ex claims she was psychic, but turns out she was just reading my texts. How do you know your girl isn't just really observant? Fair question. Decide to test it properly. Set up experiment with my friends. We're at Dave's house again. Luna's in the other room. I write down 5 random thoughts on paper. My childhood pet's name. Whiskers, my first crush. Jennifer from 3rd grade, my biggest fear. Drowning my guilty pleasure food. Pineapple pizza, what I want for my birthday. New gaming headset. Don't say any of this out loud. Just think really hard about each item. Luna comes back in. Okay, this is weird, but you're thinking about a cat named Whiskers. Something about a girl named Jennifer. You're worried about water for some reason. And you want pizza, but you're embarrassed about the toppings. Also something electronic for your birthday. She gets 4 out of 5, exactly right. Misses the specific details, but catches the general concepts. Dave is convinced, dude, your girlfriend is actually psychic. Marcus wants to test her more. Can you hear multiple people's thoughts at once? It's like being in a crowded restaurant. Individual conversations blend together unless I focus. Tyler asks the important questions. Can you turn it off? Sometimes it takes concentration, like trying not to hear when someone's talking. Possible, but exhausting. Jake is still skeptical. What if you're just really good at cold reading? Cold reading is about making general statements that could apply to anyone. I knew your boss spilled coffee on the Johnson files. That's oddly specific. Jake has no comeback for that few more months. Past relationship is getting serious. Start talking about moving in together. Are you sure you want to live with someone who knows all your thoughts? Are you sure you want to live with someone whose thoughts you have to hear constantly? We decide to try it. Find a nice apartment with good soundproofing. Not for sound waves, for thought waves apparently. Thicker walls help buffer mental noise from neighbors. Moving in together reveals new challenges. She knows when I'm annoyed before I do. You're getting frustrated with the IKEA instructions. Take a break, I'll make some coffee. She's right, I was about to throw the Allen wrench, but also knows when I'm happy. Comes home with my favorite ice cream. You had a good day at work, felt like celebrating. How did you know? Your contentment was radiating when I walked in. Living together means no mental privacy ever, but also means perfect communication. Never have those relationship fights about mixed signals. You seem upset, what's wrong? I'm not upset. Your thoughts are practically screaming frustration. Okay, fine, I'm annoyed that you left dishes in the sink. Why didn't you just say that? Because it seems petty. It's not petty if it bothers you. We work through issues immediately. No passive-aggressive bullshit. No wondering what the other person is really thinking brings its own problems, though. Can't plan surprises at all. Try to organize surprise, birthday party. She knows the moment I start thinking about it. You don't have to throw me a party. I wasn't planning a party. You're thinking about calling my friends and booking a venue. Defeated by my own thoughts, we compromise on planned surprises. I want you to plan something nice for my birthday, but I'll try not to read your mind about the details. Works better than expected. She books us a weekend getaway, manages to keep the destination secret until we arrive. How did you not spoil it? Meditation and a lot of mental discipline. Also, I wore headphones and listened to music while planning. 6 months of living together, getting into deeper relationship territory, talking about future plans, marriage, kids. Do you think our kids would inherit your abilities? It's possible. My mom has similar gifts. Your mom is psychic too? Where do you think I got it from? Explains a lot about why she was so understanding to meet her parents for the first time. Her dad is exactly what you'd expect from a philosophy professor, tweed jacket, beard, constantly asking deep questions. So Anon, how do you handle dating someone with supernatural abilities? It's not supernatural, just unusual. Her mom is warm but intense, shakes my hand, and immediately gets this knowing look. You have a very honest mind. Most people think in layers of deception. You just think what you mean. Apparently this is a compliment. Dinner conversation is surreal. They communicate half through words, half through thoughts. Could you pass the salt? Of course. I was thinking about dessert. The chocolate cake you made yesterday. How did you know I made cake? Lucky guess. They're not even trying to hide it. Her dad asks about my career goals before I can answer. Her mom says he wants to start his own software company, specializing in accessibility technology. How did you? Your thoughts are very clear about wanting to help people. This is my life now, family dinners where everyone reads minds except me. Surprisingly comfortable. Once you get used to it, no awkward small talk when everyone knows what you're thinking. But after dinner, her dad pulls me aside. I know this situation is unusual. Most people can't handle being with someone like Luna. The lack of privacy drives them away. You seem to be adapting well. I love her. The psychic thing is just part of who she is. Good answer. She's been hurt before by people who couldn't accept her gifts. Her mom joins the conversation. You're thinking about proposing. Not a question, a statement. Maybe eventually. She knows, she's excited but trying not to think about it too much. She doesn't want to influence your decision. Great. So much for keeping that secret later that night in the car. Your parents are interesting. They like you. How can you tell? Dad's thoughts were approving all evening. Mom thinks you have good intentions. Also, you're planning to propose next month. Your mom told you? She didn't have to. You've been thinking about ring shopping. So much for surprising her. Are you okay with knowing ahead of time? I'd rather know you want to marry me than be surprised by a proposal. The love is what matters, not the surprise. Makes sense still buy the ring in secret. Somehow go shopping when she's at work, turn off my phone so she can't sense my location. Jeweler thinks I'm paranoid about my girlfriend tracking me. She's not controlling, she's psychic. Sure, buddy, whatever you need to tell yourself. Find the perfect ring, something simple and elegant. Like her, hide it at Dave's place. She can't read my thoughts about it if it's not in our apartment. Plan the proposal for our anniversary dinner, same restaurant, where we had our first real date. She knows something's up. You're nervous about tonight. Just want everything to be perfect. It will be. She's wearing the dress from our second date, looks beautiful in the candlelight. Order our usual appetizers, trying to time the proposal right, waiting for the perfect moment. Anon. Yeah, I know what you're about to do. And my answer is yes. She's crying and smiling at the same time. I haven't even asked yet. Pull out the ring anyway. Luna, will you marry me? Of course I will. Puts the ring on before I can even offer it. Fits perfectly. How did you know the size? Your thoughts about my fingers have been very detailed lately. Other diners start clapping. We're both crying happy tears. I love you even if you can read my mind. I love you because you let me read your mind. Most people's thoughts are guarded and defensive. Yours are just honest. That feel when you find someone who accepts all of you, even the thoughts you never meant to share my face when I realize I'm marrying a mind reader and I couldn't be happier about. The wedding planning with a psychic is efficient as hell. She knows what I like before I do, red or blue for the color scheme. You prefer blue, it reminds you of your grandmother's favorite dress. How do you remember that? I barely remember that. Your subconscious holds on to meaningful details. Venue hunting takes one afternoon. She knows which places I love immediately. This one, it has the right feeling. You're imagining our first dance in that corner. Exactly right. Honeymoon planning is hilarious. Beach or mountains? You want mountains but think you should want beach. We'll do mountains. But I didn't even decide yet. You decided, you just haven't admitted it to yourself. She's always right about this stuff. Wedding day arrives, standing at the altar, waiting for her, nervous as hell. She walks down the aisle looking like an angel, gets to the altar and whispers, "Stop worrying, everything's perfect." She could hear my nervous thoughts from 50 feet away. Vows are interesting. When your partner knows everything you're thinking, I promise to love you even when you're thinking about video games during important conversations. Crowd laughs. I promise to try not to read your mind when you're trying to surprise me. More laughter. And I promise that loving someone who sees all of you, thoughts and all, is the most honest way to love. Not a dry eye in the house. My vows are simpler. I promise to think good thoughts about you. I promise to be honest even in my head. And I promise that having no secrets from you feels like freedom. Kiss to seal the deal, she whispers against my lips. You're thinking this is the best day of your life. You're right. I know. Reception is wild. She can sense when people need drinks, knows who wants to dance, predicts when Uncle Jerry is about to tell embarrassing stories, we should distract him. How did you know he was about to? His thoughts got very mischievous. Manages crowd control through mind reading. Most efficient wedding ever. Honeymoon in Colorado. Hiking in the mountains. She knows which trails. I'll like predicts weather better than the forecast. It's going to rain in 20 minutes. Weather app says sunny all day. Rain starts exactly 20 minutes later. How did you know? I could feel the pressure change in your thoughts. Your body was reacting to the atmospheric shift. Human barometer, apparently 6 months married, now still discovering new aspects of her abilities. She can sense when I'm getting sick, knows what I want for dinner before I'm hungry. Predicts when my code will have bugs. You're about to make a syntax error on line 47. Check my screen. Haven't even written line 47 yet. Type out the line, sure enough. Syntax error. How do you do that? Your logical processes are very predictable. I can sense when you're about to make the same mistake twice. Living with a psychic wife is weird and wonderful. No privacy, but also no misunderstandings. She knows when I need space. I know when she's overwhelmed by other people's thoughts. Perfect partnership between mind reader and open book. My face when I realize this is the rest of my life that feel when someone knows everything about you and loves you anyway wouldn't change a thing. Be me. 25-year-old guy, pretty average looking. Been friends with Zoe for like 3 years. Met her at community college philosophy class. She's 24, short brunette, wears those thick-rimmed glasses. Total bookworm type, but actually really funny. We hang out constantly, text every day, inside jokes for miles. Everyone thinks we're dating, but we're just friends, whatever that means. Anyway, last month things got weird. We're at her apartment watching some Netflix documentary about serial killers. Anon, you're literally perfect boyfriend material. Thanks, I guess. Like seriously, any girl would be lucky to have you. You're sweet, funny, loyal, good-looking enough. Gee, thanks for that ringing endorsement. So why don't you date anyone? Tell her I've been focused on other stuff. That's such a waste, though. You should be out there making some girl really happy. Weird thing to say, but okay. Week later, we're at a coffee shop. Cute redhead barista keeps smiling at me. Oh my god, Anon, she's totally into you. I noticed, but I'm here with Zoe, so whatever. You should ask for her number. What? No, I'm here with you? So? I'm not your girlfriend? She says it with this weird emphasis. Go talk to her. I'll wait. This is getting strange. I don't want to hit on girls while you're sitting right there. Why not? I'd love to watch you work your charm. Love to watch? That's an odd way to put it. Barista comes over to refill our coffee. Thanks, I'm Jessica, by the way. Introduces herself to both of us, but keeps looking at me. I'm Anon. This is my friend Zoe. Emphasizes friend really hard. Oh, just friends? That's cool? Jessica writes her number on a napkin. Text me sometime. After she leaves, Zoe is practically bouncing. Anon, that was perfect. She's so cute. Are you going to text her? Maybe. You better. I want to hear all about your date. What kind of female friend actively encourages you to date other girls? Text Jessica that night. Set up date for Friday. Zoe is more excited about it than I am. Where are you taking her? What are you going to wear? Do you think you'll kiss her? Feels like I'm getting dating advice from my wingwoman. Friday comes, date goes pretty well. Jessica's sweet, we have good conversation. Tell Zoe about it the next day. She wants to know everything. Did you hold her hand? Was there chemistry? Are you seeing her again? Yes to all three, apparently. That's so exciting, Anon. I'm so happy you're putting yourself out there. Her enthusiasm is kind of infectious. Start dating Jessica regularly. Zoe becomes like my personal relationship coach. Bring her flowers on the third date. Girls love when guys remember small details. Make sure you open doors for her. It's actually helpful advice. Month into dating Jessica, double date idea comes up. We should all hang out together. Jessica suggested. I think it's a great idea. Zoe immediately agrees. I'd love to meet the girl who stole Anon's heart. Weird phrasing, but whatever. Set up dinner at this Italian place. Zoe shows up looking unusually dressed up, like really dressed up. Wow, you look great. Thanks. Wanted to make a good impression. Dinner is actually fun. Jessica and Zoe hit it off immediately. They're talking about books and movies. I'm just sitting there watching them bond. Zoe keeps asking Jessica questions. How did you know Anon was the one? What's your favorite thing about him? Has he shown you his terrible dance moves yet? Jessica is laughing and answering everything. But I notice Zoe is watching Jessica really intently, like studying her reactions. After dinner, we're walking to our cars. Jessica goes to the bathroom. She's perfect for you, Anon. Really? Absolutely, she's smart, funny, pretty. The way she looks at you is so sweet. You two have great chemistry. Jessica comes back and we say goodbyes. She kisses me goodnight in front of Zoe. Zoe is just standing there watching. Not awkwardly, more like approvingly. Drive home feeling good about the night. Zoe texts me immediately. That was so much fun. Jessica is amazing. You better not screw this up. Did you see how she touched your arm when you told that joke? She's totally falling for you. It's sweet that she's so invested in my happiness, but also kind of weird how closely she was watching us. A few weeks later, Jessica and I are getting more serious. Zoe wants to hear about everything, and I mean everything. So did you guys, Zoe, that's pretty personal. Oh, come on, I'm your best friend. I just want to make sure she's treating you right. End up telling her more than I probably should. She listens with this intense focus, asks really specific questions. Was she nervous? Did she seem experienced? How did it feel? Starting to feel like I'm giving a report, but she's my best friend, so whatever. Jessica starts mentioning Zoe more often. Your friend is really cool. She texts me sometimes just to chat. Is that weird? Not weird exactly, but unusual. What do you guys talk about? Just girl stuff mostly. She asks about you a lot though. Wants to make sure I'm making you happy. That's sweet, I think. One night I'm at Jessica's place. We're making out on her couch. My phone keeps buzzing. Text from Zoe. How's the date going? Another one. Is she being sweet to you? Another. Remember what I said about the thing? What thing? Jessica notices me checking my phone. Is everything okay? Yeah, just Zoe checking in. She really cares about you. It's actually kind of cute how invested she is. She asks me questions about you all the time. What kind of questions? Just like how you make me feel, what I like about you. If I think we have a future together, that's getting into weird territory. Next time I see Zoe, I bring it up. Jessica says you ask her a lot of questions about me. I'm just looking out for you. Want to make sure she appreciates what she has. Some girls don't realize how lucky they are. Fair enough, I guess. Plus, I find relationships fascinating from an outside perspective. It's like watching a beautiful story unfold. She gets this dreamy look when she says it. Couple weeks later, Jessica invites me to her sister's wedding. Big deal, meeting the family. Tell Zoe about it. Oh my God, that's huge. What are you going to wear? Do you think her family will like you? I'm so nervous for you. She's more worked up about it than I am. Will you text me updates throughout the night? I want to know how everything goes. Every detail. Wedding goes great. Jessica's family loves me. Her mom pulls me aside. Jessica talks about you constantly. She's never brought anyone to a family event before. Feel like this relationship is getting serious. Text Zoe updates throughout the night like she asked. Her mom loves me. Dad wants to talk sports. Jessica looks beautiful in her dress. Think this went really well. Get immediate responses every time. I'm so proud of you. She's lucky to have you there. Send me a picture of you two dancing. Send her a selfie of me and Jessica at our table. You both look so happy. This is perfect. Next day, Zoe wants to hear everything. Every conversation, every moment. Takes notes like she's writing a report. So when her dad asked about your intentions, and when you danced to that slow song, what was Jessica thinking during the speeches? How would I know what she was thinking? I just love hearing about you two. It makes me so happy to see you happy. Month later, things with Jessica are going really well. We're talking about making it official. Exclusive relationship, the whole thing. Tell Zoe about it. That's amazing, Anon. I knew you two were perfect together. When are you going to ask her? Soon, maybe this weekend. Can I help you plan it? Help me plan what? The conversation. I know her pretty well now. I could tell you exactly what she wants to hear. That's actually helpful. Zoe gives me this whole strategy. Where to have the conversation, what to say, even suggests what shirt to wear. The blue one, she mentioned it makes your eyes pop. When did she mention that? We were texting about fashion stuff. Girls are weird. Follow Zoe's advice to the letter. Conversation with Jessica goes perfectly. We're officially together now. Text Zoe immediately. We're official! She calls me instead of texting back. Oh my God, Anon! She's practically screaming with excitement. Tell me everything right now. What did she say when you asked? Did she cry? Please tell me she cried. How did you feel when she said yes? Spend an hour on the phone describing every detail. She's hanging on every word. Asks me to repeat certain parts. Say again how she looked when you told her you loved her. And the part where she said you were perfect. Feels like I'm performing a one-man show. But she's so genuinely happy for me. A couple months into official relationship, Jessica starts acting a little weird. Anon, can I ask you something? Does Zoe have feelings for you? What? No, we're just friends? Are you sure? She asked me a lot of personal questions. Like what? About our intimate moments. She wants details about everything we do. That is kind of weird. Maybe she's just curious. It's more than curious, Anon. Yesterday she asked me to describe exactly how you kiss and what you do with your hands when we're alone. Okay, that's definitely weird. Confront Zoe about it. Jessica says you ask her personal questions about us. I'm just interested in your relationship. But like, really personal stuff. She gets defensive. I care about you, Anon. I want to make sure she's treating you right. Sometimes that requires details. What kind of details? Just how she makes you feel. If she's meeting your needs. Whether the physical chemistry is good. This conversation is making me uncomfortable. Zoe, that's really private stuff. I know, I'm sorry. I just get carried away because I'm so invested. Invested in what? In your happiness. She says it with this intense look, like she means something deeper. Things calm down for a while. Jessica stops mentioning Zoe's questions. Assumes Zoe backed off. Then Jessica brings up something new. Your friend wants to double date again, but this time she wants to bring someone. She's been seeing this guy, apparently. News to me, Zoe never mentioned dating anyone. Ask her about it next time we talk. Oh yeah, Marcus. We've been on a few dates. Nothing serious, but he's sweet. You'd like him. Set up the double date, meet Marcus, seems like a good guy. Works in marketing, plays guitar, normal dude. But the dynamic is weird. Zoe barely pays attention to Marcus. She's focused entirely on me and Jessica. Watches us like we're a movie. Marcus notices too. Is your friend okay? She seems distracted. Jessica tries to include Zoe in conversation, but Zoe keeps steering it back to our relationship. Tell Marcus how you two met. Anon, tell the story about your first kiss. Jessica, show him that picture from the wedding. It's like she's showing us off. After dinner, we split up. Marcus walks Zoe to her car, me and Jessica to mine. That was really strange. She was practically ignoring her date, just staring at us all night. I noticed it too, but don't know what to make of it. Get home and immediately get text from Zoe. You two were so cute tonight. I love watching you together. You make such a beautiful couple. No mention of Marcus or her own date. Text back asking how it went with him. Oh, fine, he's nice. But tell me more about Jessica. She seemed really happy tonight. Happier than usual even. How would she know what Jessica's usual happiness level is? Few days later, Jessica brings it up again. I think Zoe has a thing for you. Or maybe, for us as a couple. What do you mean? Like she gets off on watching us be together. That's a disturbing thought. That's crazy. Is it though? She knows more about our relationship than I do sometimes. She remembers details about dates I've forgotten. She asks me questions no friend should ask. Decide to pay more attention to Zoe's behavior. Next time we hang out, I watch her reactions. When I mention Jessica, she lights up. How are things with her? Great, we're really happy. Tell me about your last date. She leans forward, totally focused. I describe dinner and a movie. What did she wear? How did she react to the movie? Did you hold hands the whole time? What happened when you dropped her off? Really specific questions. And she's taking mental notes. You should plan something special for her birthday. I have some ideas. She suggests this elaborate romantic evening. Candles, her favorite wine, specific playlist. How do you know her favorite wine? She mentioned it once. When? I don't remember that. Trust me on this, Femanon. I know what she likes. Follow her suggestions for the birthday date. Everything goes perfectly. Jessica is amazed by how thoughtful it all is. How did you know I loved this wine? Lucky guess. Don't mention it came from Zoe. Tell Zoe about the success later. I knew it would be perfect. She must have felt so special. Was she emotional? Did she cry happy tears? What did she say exactly? Starting to feel like I'm feeding her information. Like she lives vicariously through my relationship. Jessica's birthday was last week. Now she wants to plan something for our 6-month anniversary, but the suggestions are getting weird. You should recreate your first date exactly. Same restaurant, same table if possible, same clothes even. Jessica would love the symbolism. How does she know Jessica loves symbolism? Maybe I should just plan something myself. No, trust me on this. I understand her better than you think. That's a weird thing to say. What do you mean? We talk a lot. She tells me things. What kind of things? Girl stuff, you wouldn't understand. But later, Jessica mentions something strange. Zoe asks me about my dreams sometimes. Like my goals and aspirations? No, like literal dreams. The ones I have when I'm sleeping. Especially dreams about you. That's really fucking weird. What did you tell her? I don't know, just that I dream about you sometimes. Normal relationship stuff. But she wanted details. Like what we were doing in the dreams. Where we were, what we were wearing. This is getting creepy. Confront Zoe about it. Jessica says you ask her about dreams. Dreams about me specifically. She turns red. I didn't mean anything weird by it. I just find psychology fascinating. Dreams reveal a lot about relationships. That's not psychology, Zoe, that's just weird. You're basically asking her about her fantasies. It's not like that. Then what is it like? Long pause. I care about you, Anon. More than you know. I want to understand every part of your happiness. Even the parts that happen when you're asleep. This girl has issues. That's not healthy. You need to back off a little. She looks hurt. I'm just trying to be a good friend. Good friends don't interrogate your girlfriend about dreams. I won't ask anymore, but she says it like she's making a huge sacrifice. Things get better for a while. Zoe stops asking invasive questions, or at least Jessica stops mentioning them. Then Valentine's Day approaches. Zoe is more excited about it than Christmas. What are you planning for Jessica? I want it to be perfect. It has to be the most romantic night ever. She has this whole elaborate plan mapped out. Dinner reservations at 3 different backup restaurants. Specific flower arrangements. Playlist organized by emotional progression. Outfit coordination for both of us. How do you know what Jessica should wear? I helped her pick something out. When? We went shopping together. They went shopping together for our date? She wanted it to be a surprise. I was just giving advice. The whole thing feels orchestrated, like Zoe is directing our relationship from behind the scenes. Valentine's night arrives. Everything goes exactly as Zoe planned. Jessica loves the restaurant, the flowers, everything. This is perfect, Anon. How did you know exactly what I wanted? Feel like I should give Zoe credit, but something holds me back. Just wanted to make you happy. We get back to her place. She's wearing the dress Zoe helped pick out. It's beautiful, but I can't stop thinking about how Zoe chose it, like she dressed Jessica for me. Weird thoughts ruin what should be a perfect night. Text Zoe afterwards like she's expecting. How did it go? Perfect, just like you planned. Tell me everything. Spend an hour describing every detail. She's more interested than Jessica was in living it. What was her favorite part? How did she look in the dress? Did she seem surprised by the restaurant choice? What did she say when you gave her the flowers? I answer everything like I'm filing a report. Realize this has become a pattern. Zoe plans things for my relationship. I execute the plans, then report back on Jessica's reactions. Like Zoe is dating Jessica through me. That's fucked up. Next day, Jessica brings up something that confirms my suspicions. Can I tell you something weird? Zoe texted me this morning, asking how last night went. She wanted to know if I was happy with everything, like she was checking on her work. So she's getting reports from both sides. Did you tell her? Some of it, yeah. She seemed really invested in knowing. More invested than you were in hearing about it. That stings because it's true. Zoe cares more about my relationship than I do sometimes. A week later, we're all hanging out. Later, Jessica suggests we watch a rom-com. Zoe immediately agrees. I love watching movies with couples. During the movie, she keeps looking at us instead of the screen, especially during romantic scenes. Jessica cuddles up to me. Zoe watches us cuddle. There's a kissing scene in the movie. Jessica kisses me during it. Zoe is staring directly at us, not even trying to be subtle. After the movie, Jessica goes to the bathroom. You two are so perfect together. I love watching you be happy. The way she looks at you is beautiful, like you're her whole world. She says it with this wistful tone, like she wishes she was part of it somehow. Jessica comes back and we start talking about weekend plans. You should go to that new art exhibit downtown. Jessica loves impressionist paintings. How do you know that? She mentioned it once. Jessica looks confused. I don't remember mentioning that. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But the next day, Jessica texts me. I looked it up. That exhibit is exactly my taste. How did Zoe know that when I didn't even know? Starting to think Zoe knows Jessica better than I do. And maybe better than Jessica knows herself. Decide to test something. Tell Zoe I'm thinking of surprising Jessica with concert tickets. What kind of music does she like? Zoe immediately rattles off 3 bands. She loves indie folk, especially female vocalists. But she's been getting into electronic music lately. The dreamy, atmospheric stuff. Check Jessica's Spotify later. Her recent playlists match exactly what Zoe described. How does she know this? Ask Jessica about it. Did you tell Zoe about your music taste? Not specifically, why? She seems to know exactly what you like. Maybe she's just observant. Or maybe she pays attention better than you do. Ouch, but probably true. Zoe remembers everything about Jessica. Her favorite foods, colors, movies, books. What makes her laugh, what makes her sad. Her hopes and fears and dreams. Meanwhile, I barely remember her middle name sometimes. Starting to wonder who's the better boyfriend, me or my female best friend. This comes to a head at Jessica's birthday party. Big group thing, all her friends from work and school. I planned the party with minimal input, but Zoe shows up with the perfect gift. Vintage first edition of Jessica's favorite book. Something I didn't even know she had a favorite book. Jessica tears up when she opens it. This is the most thoughtful gift I've ever received. How did you know? Zoe just smiles. I pay attention. Meanwhile, my gift is generic jewelry. Nice but impersonal. Everyone notices the difference. Jessica's friends keep asking about Zoe. How does she know you so well? Are you too close? She's like the perfect friend. Spend the whole party feeling inadequate. Like Zoe understands my girlfriend better than I do. After everyone leaves, Jessica pulls me aside. Can we talk about Zoe? Here we go. I think she has feelings for you. No, I think it's more complicated than that. What do you mean? I think she has feelings for us. Like both of us? Like our relationship itself. She's in love with the idea of us being together. That actually makes disturbing sense. Think about it, Anon. She plans our dates, picks my outfits, knows my preferences. She lives our relationship more than we do. It's like she's dating me through you. The pieces start clicking together. All the questions, the intense interest, the perfect gift. Zoe isn't just supporting our relationship, she's orchestrating it, living it vicariously, maybe even getting off on it. What do we do about it? I don't know, but it can't continue like this. She knows more about me than you do. That's not healthy for any of us. Decide to confront Zoe directly. Meet her for coffee the next day. We need to talk about boundaries. What do you mean? Your involvement in my relationship with Jessica. It's gotten too intense. She immediately gets defensive. I'm just being a good friend. Good friends don't plan every aspect of their friends' dating life. Good friends don't interrogate girlfriends about intimate details. Good friends don't know more about the girlfriend than the boyfriend does. She starts crying. I just want you to be happy. I know, but this isn't healthy. You're living my relationship instead of having your own. I don't want my own relationship. What? I want yours. There it is. The truth finally comes out. I want to be part of what you and Jessica have. I want to experience love through watching you two. It's the closest I can get to having what you have. This is really messed up. Zoe, that's not how relationships work. You can't live vicariously through other people's love. Why not? It makes me happy, and I make your relationship better. You said it yourself, I know Jessica better than you do. She's not wrong about that, but it's still fucked up, because it's not real. You're not actually in love, you're obsessed with love. There's a difference. Maybe I don't want real love. Maybe I just want to watch perfect love from the outside. What we have is perfect Anon. Me planning everything, you executing it, Jessica being happy. Everyone wins, except that's not how it works. I need space from this. Jessica needs space from this. You need to back off and find your own relationship. I don't want to. Then we can't be friends anymore. Harsh, but necessary. She begs and pleads, but I hold firm. This situation has gotten too weird, too unhealthy for everyone involved. Tell Jessica about the conversation. I'm relieved, honestly. I felt like I was performing for an audience of one. Every romantic moment had this weird observer energy, like she was grading our relationship. Exactly. We blocked Zoe on social media, stopped responding to her texts, cut off contact completely. First few weeks are actually harder than expected. Zoe's suggestions were really good. Without her input, our dates are less perfect. I don't know what Jessica likes as well as Zoe did. Have to actually learn my girlfriend's preferences, like a normal boyfriend should. Jessica helps by being more direct about what she wants, instead of expecting me to just know. Our relationship becomes more honest, less performative, more about us and less about impressing an invisible audience. A couple months later, we run into Zoe at the bookstore. She's with some guy, looks happy. Hey Anon, hey Jessica. This is David, my boyfriend. She introduces him proudly. Finally found someone of your own? Yeah, turns out real relationships are different than watching them, but maybe better in some ways. She seems genuine about it. David seems like a good guy, normal level of interest in their own relationship, not obsessed with other people's. I'm sorry about how things ended. I didn't realize how intense I was being. Therapy helped. Good for her. We chat for a few minutes, then part ways. Jessica squeezes my hand as we walk away. Think she's really over it? Seems like it. Good, because what we have now feels real. Not like a performance. She's right. Our relationship is messier now, but more authentic. I have to work harder to understand her. She has to work harder to communicate with me. But it's ours, not some collaborative project with my obsessed best friend. That feel when you realize someone thought your relationship was perfect, just not something they wanted to actually participate in. Only observe and control from the outside. My face when I understand the difference between loving love and actually being in love. Turns out the first one is just voyeurism. The second one requires actually showing up. Glad we figured that out before it was too late. Be me. 26-year-old guy who apparently attracts the world's politest ghosts. Not actual ghosts, just girls who disappear in the nicest possible way. Seriously, it's like a superpower. Meet this girl Vera at a bookstore last month. She's browsing the philosophy section. Looks intellectual. We start talking about Nietzsche or some shit. Oh, you actually read philosophy? Most guys just pretend to be deep. Thanks for the roast, I guess. We hit it off, exchanged numbers, text back and forth for a few days. I really enjoyed our conversation at the bookstore. We should definitely hang out again soon. You seem like such an interesting person. Set up coffee date for Saturday. Friday night, she texts. Hey Anon, I'm so sorry, but something came up for tomorrow. My sister is having a crisis and needs me to drive to her place. She lives 3 hours away, so I'll be gone all weekend. But I really want to reschedule when I get back. You're so understanding. Most guys would be jerks about this. Seems legit. Family emergencies happen. No worries. Hope everything's okay with your sister. Thanks for being so sweet about it. I'll text you when I'm back in town. Spoiler alert, she never texted back. but she was so nice about it, like getting murdered with a smile. A few weeks later, match with Priya on dating app. Cute Indian girl, works in graphic design. We chat for days about art and movies. Really good conversation. Lots of laughs. You're actually funny, not just trying too hard funny. Gee, thanks for that backhanded compliment. Ask her out, she says yes immediately. I'd love to meet up. You seem so genuine. Most guys on here are just looking for hookups. But you actually want to get to know me. Feel pretty good about this one. Day of the date, she calls me. Anon, I'm so embarrassed to do this. But I just got called in for an emergency at work. Huge client presentation got moved up to tonight. I could lose my job if I don't handle this. I feel terrible canceling on you. You probably think I'm making excuses. Actually sounds genuine. No, that sucks. Work comes first. Oh my God, you're so understanding. Most guys would guilt trip me or get angry. This is exactly why I wanted to meet you. Let's definitely reschedule for next week. I promise I'll make it up to you. She never made it up to me because she vanished into the ether. But again, so politely. Like being dumped by a customer service representative. Starting to see a pattern here. Meet Rachel at my buddy Tom's house party. She's friends with his girlfriend Claire. We talk all night about music and travel. You've actually been to Thailand? That's so cool. Most guys just talk about places they've seen on TV. Another subtle roast, thanks Rachel. Get her number, text the next day. Had such a great time talking with you last night. You're so much more interesting than the usual party guys. We should definitely hang out soon. Usual party guys, ouch. Set up lunch. Date for Wednesday. Tuesday night she calls. Anon, I'm so sorry to do this to you. My ex just called and he's having a mental health crisis. We dated for 2 years and he doesn't have anyone else to talk to. I know it's weird, but I feel responsible for helping him. You seem like the type of guy who would understand. Red flags everywhere, but she's being so nice about it. That's complicated. I know it sounds sketchy, but I promise it's not romantic. He's genuinely struggling and I'm worried about him. Can we rain check? I really do want to see you. You're being so mature about this, most guys would freak out. Most guys would have some self-respect. Sure, just let me know when you're free. You're literally the sweetest, thank you for understanding. And just like that, Rachel joined the Ghost Club. Membership apparently includes a complimentary personality assessment. Tell my friends about this pattern. Dude, you're getting soft rejected by professionals. Thanks, Tom. Real helpful. They're being nice about it because they feel bad for you. Thanks, Claire. Even more helpful. Maybe you're giving off desperate vibes. Thanks, random friend whose opinion nobody asked for. Or maybe you're just unlucky. Tom's girlfriend, Sarah, trying to be supportive. Decide to change my approach. Maybe I'm coming on too strong. Match with Melissa on Bumble. She messages first because that's how Bumble works. Hey, love your profile. You seem really down to earth. Down to earth, the kiss of death. Basically means boring but safe. We chat for a few days. She suggests meeting up. Want to grab drinks Friday? There's this cute wine bar downtown. She's making the plans. Good sign. I feel like we really click through text. You're so easy to talk to. Easy to talk to. Another backhanded compliment. Means I'm a good listener, but probably not exciting. Friday afternoon she texts. Anon, I'm so sorry, but I have to cancel tonight. Here we fucking go again. My best friend just found out her boyfriend cheated. She's completely devastated and needs me. I can't abandon her in her time of need. You understand, right? You seem like such a loyal friend yourself. Loyal friend, aka relationship death sentence. Of course, be there for your friend. You're amazing for being so understanding. This is exactly why I knew you were special. Let's definitely meet next week. Melissa never texted again, but she made sure I knew I was special. Like a participation trophy. At this point, I'm starting to take notes. These girls have a formula. Step 1, compliment my personality in the nicest way possible. Step 2, create emergency involving family/friends/work/ex. Step 3, emphasize how understanding and mature I am. Step 4, promise to reschedule soon. Step 5, disappear forever while feeling good about themselves. It's like being dumped by a life coach. Decide to test this theory. Meet Nina at a coffee shop. She's reading some self-help book about manifestation. We start talking about goals and aspirations. You have such a grounded energy. There it is, grounded energy. Basically means boring but stable. We exchange numbers, text for a week. You're so refreshing compared to other guys. You actually listen instead of just waiting for your turn to talk. Damning with faint praise. Ask her out for Saturday. I'd love to. You seem like genuinely good person. Genuinely good person, aka not sexually exciting. Friday she calls right on the schedule. Anon, I feel horrible about this. My mom just called and my grandmother fell. She's in the hospital and mom needs me to drive her there. Family comes first, you know? You're probably the only guy who would understand that. Bingo, hit all the marks. Hope your grandmother is okay. You're seriously the most compassionate person. This is why I felt such a connection with you. We'll definitely meet up once this settles down. Nina's grandmother made a full recovery from whatever imaginary injury she sustained because Nina never mentioned her again, or texted me for that matter. But I'm apparently very compassionate, so I've got that going for me. Tell Tom about my theory. Dude, you figured out the nice girl ghost code. They can't just ignore you because they're too polite, so they invent emergencies and compliment your character, then disappear while feeling like good people. Exactly. It's like being broken up with by a guidance counselor. Tom gets it. His girlfriend overhears. Maybe you're attracting the wrong type of girl. What type am I attracting? The type who sees you as a safe backup option. They're keeping you warm in case their real choices fall through. Brutal, but probably accurate. You need to be less available, less understanding about their emergencies, more challenging. Decide to try this approach. Match with Jasmine on Hinge. She's a yoga instructor. Looks like she drinks green smoothies. We text about wellness and mindfulness. You have such a calm presence through text. Calm presence, aka not exciting, but I'm ready for her game now. She suggests coffee on Sunday. I feel like we have similar values. Similar values, aka we're both boring. Saturday night, she texts the setup. Hey Anon, something came up for tomorrow. Here we go, right on schedule. My roommate just broke up with her boyfriend. She's really struggling and needs support. I can't abandon her when she needs me most. You totally understand, right? You're so empathetic. Time to break the pattern. Actually, no, I don't understand. We made plans, I cleared my schedule. Your roommate will survive without you for 2 hours. Long pause then. Wow, I didn't expect that reaction. I thought you were more mature than other guys. Most understanding people prioritize friendship emergencies. She's trying to guilt trip me back into the formula. Most understanding people keep their commitments. If you want to cancel, just say so. Don't blame it on your roommate's love life. Another long pause. You know what? You're right. I wasn't being honest. I just got nervous about meeting up. You seem really great, but I'm not ready to date right now. Holy shit, actual honesty. Thanks for being straight with me. I appreciate that more than a fake emergency. You're handling this better than I expected. Most guys would call me names or get angry. There's that comparison again. But at least she was honest this time. We actually stay friends after that. She texts occasionally to check in. No romantic interest, but genuine friendship. Much better than the ghost treatment. Word gets around my friend group about my new approach. Anon's done being the understanding guy. He's calling girls out on their bullshit now. Tom's proud of me. You finally grew some balls. Thanks for the encouragement, Tom. Try the direct approach with my next match. Kira, works in marketing, loves hiking. We text about outdoor adventures. You seem really adventurous. Adventurous, that's a new compliment. Maybe I'm attracting a different type now. Ask her out for a trail walk Saturday. That sounds perfect. I love guys who are active. Active, another upgrade from boring. Friday, she texts the familiar setup. Anon, I'm so sorry, but I have to cancel tomorrow. My dog got sick and I need to take him to the emergency vet. New excuse, same pattern. That sucks. Hope your dog is okay. But let's be real, are you actually canceling because you're nervous? Or having second thoughts about meeting? Because I'd rather you just tell me. She calls me immediately. How did you know? I've been through this before. You always compliment my personality, then create an emergency. Then tell me how understanding I am, then disappear forever. Oh my God, do I really do that? You and every other girl I've tried to date? It's like you all went to the same ghosting academy. She starts laughing. We kind of did. It's called female socialization. We're taught to be nice even when rejecting people. So we create elaborate excuses instead of just saying no. At least she's self-aware. My dog is actually fine, by the way. I was just scared you'd be boring in person. But this conversation proves you're not boring at all. Want to try that hike tomorrow? She actually shows up. We have a great time. Turns out honesty works better than fake emergencies. Who would have thought? Start a group chat with Tom and our other friends. Breaking. Local man discovers communication works. More at 11. Tom thinks he's hilarious. But seriously, the direct approach changes everything. Girls respect you more when you don't accept bullshit. Even if they don't want to date you, they at least treat you like an adult. A couple weeks later, I'm at a party. Meet this girl, Autumn, who's a grad student, studying psychology, of all things. You have really interesting insights about dating. She overheard me telling someone about my ghosting theory. Most guys don't understand female social conditioning. We're taught to be nice above all else, even when it's dishonest. Finally, someone who gets it. So the fake emergencies are just social programming? Exactly. We'd rather lie nicely than hurt feelings. But it actually hurts more in the long run, because you're left wondering what you did wrong. This girl is dropping truth bombs. We talk for hours about dating psychology, exchange numbers, plan to meet for coffee. Fair warning, I might cancel with a fake emergency. It's muscle memory at this point. If I do, just call me out on it. I respect the self-awareness. Tuesday she texts, "Can we move our coffee date to Thursday? I have a family thing on Wednesday." Immediately call her. Family thing? Really? Okay, fine, I have a dentist appointment. But I could have scheduled it differently. I'm just nervous about dating someone who understands psychology. What if you psychoanalyze me all night? Fair concern, actually. I promise not to therapize you. I'm just as fucked up as anyone else. We meet Thursday, great conversation. She doesn't psychoanalyze me. I don't call her out on any behaviors. We just act like normal people. Revolutionary concept. Start dating regularly after that. She becomes my girlfriend after a few months. Still together now. She helps me understand the other girls' perspectives. They weren't trying to be mean. They just didn't know how to be direct. Women are socialized to prioritize others' feelings. Even over honesty. Makes sense, but still frustrating. The fake emergencies let them reject you without feeling guilty. You get complimented and they get to feel nice. Everyone wins except you don't actually win. Exactly. She also explains why they all disappeared. Once you call them out, they can't use the nice girl routine. So they have to either be honest or avoid you. Most choose avoidance. It's easier than changing their behavior. At least I understand the psychology now. Doesn't make it less annoying, but whatever. Tell Autumn about some of my friends' dating struggles. Tom's been having similar issues. He's getting the friend-zoned by professionals too. Same compliments about being understanding and mature. Same mysterious emergencies. Same disappearing acts. She offers to help coach him. It's all about setting boundaries early. Don't accept vague excuses. Ask for honesty instead of politeness. Most girls will respect that. Tom tries her advice. Actually works for him too. He starts dating someone who appreciates directness. "Dude, your girlfriend fixed my dating life." "Thanks, Autumn. You're a relationship guru." She laughs. "I just understand female psychology. Because I am one. And I've done the fake emergency thing before." "Really?" "Oh yeah, I once canceled a date because my cactus was dying." "That's not even possible." "I know, but it sounded better than I stalked your Instagram and changed my mind." At least she's honest about it now. A few months later, we're at another party. Overhear some girls talking about dating struggles. I matched with this guy, but he seems too nice. Like suspiciously nice. Those are the worst, they have no backbone. Just cancel with a family emergency. Tell him he's really understanding. Then never text back. I look at Autumn. She rolls her eyes. Want me to go educate them? Nah, let them figure it out. Some lessons you have to learn the hard way. She's probably right. But part of me wants to warn these girls that their nice guy ghosting strategy is toxic for everyone involved. They think they're being kind, but they're actually being cowards and training guys to expect dishonesty. Decide to make a Reddit post about it. PSA, stop ghosting guys nicely. Just say you're not interested. We can handle rejection. We can't handle fake emergencies and false hope. Post gets tons of responses. Mix of guys agreeing and girls getting defensive. We're just trying to be nice. Men get violent when rejected directly. Fake emergencies are safer. Some valid points mixed with excuses, but the conversation is happening. People are at least talking about it. Autumn reads through the comments. This is why I love dating you. You actually want honest communication. Most guys say they do, but then get mad when we're direct. Fair point. Honesty goes both ways. Guys who complain about fake emergencies, then lose their shit over direct rejection, are part of the problem. So what's the solution? Everyone needs to grow up. Girls need to be more direct, guys need to handle rejection better, and we all need to stop playing games. Sounds simple, but probably impossible. Human nature is complicated. At least I found someone who values honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. That feel when you realize most dating problems come from people being too polite instead of too mean. My face when fake kindness is worse than real rejection, because at least real rejection gives you closure. Fake kindness just leaves you wondering what you did wrong. Turns out the nicest way to ghost someone is to not ghost them at all. Just be honest about not being interested. Revolutionary concept, I know, but apparently too difficult for most people. Glad I found someone who figured it out.